Today we're going to take a look at how to breathe life into sequenced drums. Now I've sequenced out a basic hip-hop drum loop to get us started, and we'll manipulate this using Logic's Hyper Editor to spice it up a bit. Here's playback of the loop as is. So let's go ahead and take a look at this hi-hat. Now if I scroll down to my piano roll here, you can see I've sequenced this hi-hat into 16ths, and they're all the same velocity, which is noted by color. But I can change this in my Hyper Editor. If I just click on my Hyper Editor, boom, it pops up for me, and I have these different lanes that I can affect. Now if we focus on the all velocities lane, you'll see my hi-hat hits laid out on a grid here for me. And I can edit the velocity of each of these hits individually. If I just hit Command, my pointer turns into a pencil, and I can click and drag on these individual hits. So if I do something like this, so it still needs some work, but it has more dynamic range to it than it did before. Now we need to add some more complexity to the rhythm. So if I just scroll up to my inspector window, I have a grid parameter here I can edit. And if I click on it, we'll set it to 30 seconds. Now this corresponds with the velocity lane in my Hyper Editor. And now I can go and input 30-second notes. I just hit Command, turn my pointer into a pencil, and I can begin to drop these in. So it's really that simple. Let's say you wanted to get more complicated and add in 64ths. Very hard to play, but not with the Hyper Editor. So I just select 64ths from my grid, turn my pointer into a pencil, and drag across my lane. So it begins to get very easy to create complex sequences. In a lot of Southern hip-hop, they use 48th and 24th notes on the hi-hat to get these weird rolls. And I can do that easily as well, just going up to my grid, and we'll select 48th notes. Now I can go back down to my Hyper Editor, turn my pointer into a pencil, and drag and drop 48th notes. So it's as simple as that. Now the same rules for manipulating the velocities lane applies to these other lanes as well. If we look at our pan lane, I can easily pan these individual drum sounds left and right based on how I want them. I just turn my pointer into a pencil, and I can drag across and drop in this pan information. So it's very easy to do. Now if we look at the pitch bend lane, this can add some cool effects, especially in rolls where you're transitioning from different song parts. But I can pitch this sample up here. So you can create some cool effects with that. Volume, same thing. Let's say I want this 64th roll to rise in volume. So this has been an inside look at the Hyper Editor and ways you can use it to really add some life to your drum sequences. My name is Slick Nixon, and be sure to check us out at siliconbeats.com.